Hey guys, welcome back to the Sensopop channel. Bandai has reviewed the red and green cards for the upcoming set, Assault of the Saiyans. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take a look at them. However, I think that they are releasing a lot of cards at one go, so it's not one color, but two colors due to the block format. You know, it's multicolored now. Maybe I'll be splitting this particular video into two. Instead of taking a look at the traditional, let's take a look at the red, let's take a look at the green. What we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on the saga itself. So for example, we are gonna take a look at the red and green saga. So we have the Saiyan saga with Reddit and everyone, and then we have the Broly saga. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a look at the Broly saga first. I like Broly. I want to do the Broly saga first, then maybe in another video we will take a look at the Saiyan saga. Alright, so as you can see here, it's Broly saga. Let's go and let's take a look at the cards that are designed for Broly saga itself. Son Gohan, the leader. What does he do? Activate main burst to choose one card in your life and add it into hands. If your opponent has 5 or more life, do 1 damage to your opponent. Wow. Seems pretty strong. Okay, we never had a leader like that could do direct damage, but Son Gohan does have something to do direct damage, right? So set 2, you have the miraculous comeback, Son Gohan that does direct damage, and then you have the ultimate box that does direct damage. Pretty good. It's still fitting in the theme itself. When your life is 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this over. It's a draw 2, not untap 2. Sparking 5. When this card attacks, you get to draw 1 card. And once per turn, when one of your battle cards activates Alliance, choose up to one of your opponent's battle card with 30k or less power and KO it. Seems pretty strong. Yep. Sparking 5. Choose 3. Choose 3 in your hands. So take note, once per turn, yeah? When one of your cards activates Alliance, so for example, if you activate twice, the second time, I know this sounds pretty common sense, right? The second time is not going to activate. However, let's say if you activate the first time, excuse me, when you activate the first time and then your opponent has no target and you said, okay, I don't want to KO, the second time you try to activate Alliance again, in the same turn, you can't say the first time I didn't KO it, I'm gonna activate the second time. No, it's the first time. If you missed your window for the first time, you cannot do it anymore. Yep. So take note when you activate your Alliance, that is very important. Okay, so Sparking 5, choose 3 cards in your hands and place it in your drop area. Choose all of your battle cards, green, red. Then both the chosen cards and this card gets 10k for the duration of a turn. Extremely strong. Why? Because Son Gohan himself is a red Saiyan. He is also an Earthling. That means both the Yamcha at 100% could get the 10k. So imagine the 3 drop and then it goes up to 25. You burst 5 and then you give it 10k, becomes a 35k. You could swing at a battle cards, or you could swing at your leader, at your opponent's leader, and it cannot be negated because he is a red Earthling. However, if you want to do so, you could do otherwise, which is play Triple Flash. Triple Flash needs a red Saiyan leader and it needs 10k. So when it reaches 40, is it 40? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. If it reaches 40, its attack is triple attack, triple strike, cannot be negated. So this guy can swing triple strike, cannot be negated, 40k, draw 2. In the end, you get to only choose 1 card because you draw 2, right? With Triple Flash itself. Extremely strong leader. I'm not too sure if Bandai realized that. Giving the Earthling and the Saiyan traits to this guy actually makes a lot of cards extremely strong. So those guys that is still holding back on getting a Triple Flash or your Yamcha at 100%, I advise you do it now. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it after this video. Alright, Broly, My man, look at the artwork. This is so crazy. Alright, so critical. Wow. Is this the first leader that kind of have critical? Like right there without doing anything? Seems that way, eh? When this card is placed in your leader area, choose up to one dormant legend from your deck and activate it. Okay? We have to see what does it do. Yep. When your life is 4 or less, you may draw one card, then choose one of your energy, switch it to active mode, flip this card over. When this card attacks, draw one card. Once per turn, choose one of your one card in your hands and place it in the drop area. If you do so, that's the cost. Yep. Activate battle. Choose one of your opponent's battle card with 10k or less and kill it. Seems not that good. Yep. He is also a red Saiyan. However, he doesn't give the 10k. He doesn't reduce the 10k. He just says anything that has 10k or less gets KO'd. And it gets activate battle. Once per turn though, so that means you can only do it one time per turn. I know I'm repeating myself here. So activate battle, it's so much better than activate main, because if Broly himself has the ability like a death ball, right, revenge death ball, where during battle you remove you could reduce power from battle cards, then you could just drop one, reduce until it gets below 10k, and then you could just KO it. So if he has this particular thing, it's really dependent on what cards does he has. If he has cards that could reduce without doing anything, that means activate main, it's okay. If he has extra cards that could reduce during battle, then this card is gonna be very, very good. Not like very, very good. I think I'm exaggerating there, but pretty good. Alright, so it really depends on what card is coming. We can already reduce 10k with after image. After image is not a negate, so when your opponent swings with something that's 20k, you after image it. After image only gives your leader 40k, which push your leader to 55 and minus 10 from one of his battle card. And if his battle card is 20, he swings after image minus 10, then drop one card and KO that card during your battle phase. Like I said, after image is not a negate. Alright, I think I'm talking too much again. Alright, let's take a look at the cards. Yep, Broly Saga. Activate this skill when you play Son Gohan and Gotenks and Family Bond in your battle area. If so you may play this card from your hands once per turn when this card is switched to rest mode by Alliance. If you only have Son Goku, Son Gotenks, Son Gohan, Adolescents, these guys, in your battle area, you get to choose this card and one of your battle cards and switch it to active mode. 3 cards that can be cast for free. Not too sure. Let's see. 14k. And then he can be used to switch to Alliance, which gives 14k to the attacking card. And then you get to switch him back to active mode. Alright, let's see. Dependable brother, Son Gohan. So it's a adolescent. Okay. For 2 energy with energy cost of 3. Okay? Not 3 or more, 3. So when there are a lot of targets here though, because burst attack, BCC, the BCC promo, they are all 3 costs. When a card evolves into this card, you get to draw 2 cards. If there are no battle cards in your battle area, choose up to 1 green Son Goten Trunks with energy 4 from your drop area and play them. So you have to, it's very specific. So it has to be the green Gotenks and the green Trunks energy 4 from your battle area, from your drop area, and you play them. So you get the Gohan, Gotenks, and Trunks on your board, and then you get to draw 2, and he is double strike. Super rare, strong card. Helping Hand, Son Gohan. So counter attack, negate the attack, play this card. During your opponent's turn, if Gotenks and Trunks are in play in your battle area, reduce this energy cost of this card by 2. Alright, so it's a 1 cost, negate the attack, and you get to play this card if the criteria is fulfilled. So let's see what are the other cards. So this is a Gotenk. So only 1 exalted, so only 1 of his card can be played in your battle area. If you have a Videl in play in your battle area, reduce this cost in your hands and battle area by 1, so pretty easily to be removed. When this card attacks, if there is a Trunk Youth card in play in your battle area, this card gets 10k and double strike for the duration of the turn. 5k. So 15k double striker if Trunks is in your battle. It's in your battle area. So we have the Trunks equivalent. Only one can be played in your battle area. If you have Videl in play in your battle area, reduced. Okay, so Videl is the connecting card between the two of them. When this card attacks, if it gets 5k and critical for the duration of the turn. So this is 15k critical, and then this is 15k 15k double. Yep, if Videl. So what is the Videl card that could bring? This is awesome. So it's your super combo. 4 or less, you get to draw a card. Alright. Oh, that's kind of cute. And he's an Earthling though. So that means you could search it with Yamcha. So Exalted 3-0 Videl. So that 3 cards is supposed to be played together. When you play this card, look at top 3 from your deck. Choose up to 1 red or green Gohan among them. Add in to have placed the remaining card at the bottom. Strong card. You play, you search, and apparently this is all about the deck. So most probably you hit the target, and when she's there, you get to summon something that's 15k crit and 15k crit and 15k double strike on the board. Pretty good value for 1 drop. Alright, so Coco, Village Princess. So for 1 drop, what do you get? Choose 1 card in your hand and place it in your drop area. You get to draw 1 card. Okay, this is to help you to recycle. Once per turn, so you play her, you can activate main, drop 1, draw 1. If you need something to go into a drop area, this would help. Let's see. Coco's Grandpa. When you play this card, choose up to 1 Coco Village from your deck, add it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So maybe this is something that they need to do, right? Put something into your drop area. However, you have Buzz. So I'm not too sure how required is that. Elder Village Guardian. When you combo with this card, if your leader is red, you may choose 1 card from your hands and place it in the drop area. If you do so it's a 0 cost, 5k. When you combo, choose up to 3 battle cards with energy cost 3 or more, power 3 or more, and power 15k or less from drop area, and place them in the bottom of the deck. Wow. Choose 1 battle card. Choose 1 battle card in your opponent's drop area, return it. Choose 1. So you could bounce a card, no cost, no restriction. Choose 1 of your opponent's battle card, return it into your opponent's deck, not hand, deck, and then shuffle it. Not even under the deck, on top of the deck, just shuffle it. Strong card for 0 cost. Yep, Earthling, searchable by Yamcha. Or if you don't do it, you get to take 3 battle cards and then just shuffle 3 or more, 35k or less, and then just shuffle back into your deck. I'm not too sure how many cards are there like that, but you know, it's 3 or more, it's actually not that much. Alright, we have a dinosaur. Okay, let's take a look at Shaman, Ritual Master. When you play this card, you get to draw a card, 2 costs. When a card in your opponent's life is placed in the drop area, that means it is helping Broly because of the crit, or helping Gohan because of the... no, it doesn't help Gohan. It helps Broly because of the crit. You may place this card in its owner's drop area. If you do so, choose up to 1 village monster with energy cost 2 from your deck and play it. Is this a joke? Seems like a joke. I thought it's like, if that happens, you get to draw a card, then that's strong. However, you have to take this card away and then you play something like that. 20k, it's pretty big. It is definitely very, very big. But it does not have crit, it does not have double strike, it's just 20k. And in order to play this, you have to play this. So I would imagine it's a 4-4. So 8 slot dedicated to this, or 3-4. 8 is just dedicated to this. So I'm not too sure. Now we come to the Broly cards. Yep. Broly counter reversal. So during your turn, if this card gets 5k and can attack battle cards in active mode. Okay. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a counter skill, deal 1 damage to them. Wow. So during your turn, this card gets 5k and it can attack. Strong card. But it's at 4 cost, so it's pretty high. It's already on the highest scale, right? So during your turn, this card gets 5k and can attack battle cards in active mode. And when your opponent activates the counter skill, do 1 damage to them. So negate, boop, once per turn. Alright, now we come to the green cards. So Son Gohan, Hope of the People. Only one Son Gohan. 3 cost, 15k. Son Gohan Adolescence. If there's one Gotenks in your drop area, at least one. And so 1, 1, 1. Reduce the cost of this card by 3. By 2. So it's a 1 cost 15k. And if you for let's see. Alright, so Son Gotenks out adventuring. So this is the target. Remember the 4 cost and the 4 cost, the green 4 cost, 4 cost. So X evolve Son Gotenks red. So Son Gotenks with energy cost of 2. Then you play. When this evolve into this card, if your leader is a Son Gohan Adolescence, draw a card, switch this card to active mode, then choose one of your opponent's card with energy 4 or less and KOs it. So if you're playing it using the SR Son Gohan's ability, then this is not gonna take into effect, but you still have something which is 15k on the board. Yep. So let's take a look at Trunks. Trunks, he is a blocker, a 10k blocker, red with energy 2 or less, okay, with energy cost of 2. How does this work? It did say that the original energy cost. It says energy cost. That means if Videl is on the board, because it reduces, the red cards reduces the energy cost in the drop, in your hands and in the board. Is it in the board? On board? Yeah, on board by 1. That means it's a 1, so you can't do it. So you have to get rid of the Videl for you to even play this card. Alright? So revenge. Wow. So it's a blocker revenge, but without barrier, but it's good enough because your opponent has to take care of him. But 10k seems pretty okay for this format. When a card evolves into this card, if your leader is a Son Gohan, draw a card and switch this card to active mode. Okay? Pretty okay. Now let's get to the Broly card. So SS Broly Legend Unleashed. So activate main. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, choose one Dormant Legend in your battle area, place it in drop area. If you do so, play this card from your hands. So you would definitely have this Dormant Legend because we have that Broly's ability is to activate it at the start. So you have it on your board. Yep. When you play this card, for the duration of turn, if your leader is a red Broly, you can activate its awakened skill even if you have 5 or more life. So your opponent has to have 3 or more energy, so if your opponent tries to stall you out, good luck, then you get to awaken, okay? Okay, now the multicolor. So you Gohan and Gotenks familiar bond. So super rare. Energy exhaust, okay, so alliance. This card gains the power, so when you swing, you get to tap. Oh, equals to and triple strike for the duration of turn. So you get to tap your battle cards, and whichever battle cards that you tap is not comboing, so you don't plus 5k or 10k. You literally gain the power, so you get 14k for the Goku or something like that. Yeah. So when you play this card, activate this skill for the duration of the turn. When your opponent uses a skill to play a battle card, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their life and play it and places them in the drop area. Okay. Let's take a look at the Broly one. So Arrival, So when you have green and red battle cards in your combo area, you can tap 2 and this card comes into play. So I guess that this is something to counter against this, right? Energy exhaust, that means you play this card in your energy in rest mode. So permanent only can be played, you can't play this card unless so you kind of need your dormant legend to be in a drop area. So when you play this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle card, ignoring barrier, and you get minus 15k until the end of your opponent's turn. Pretty good. Okay, pretty good. When your opponent combos, you may choose 1 card from your opponent's combo area, place it in its owner's drop area. If you do so, negate the skill for the duration of the turn. Oh, I was hoping that there's nothing like that. But he will be a little bit broken. So he doesn't have barrier, he's just a 30k, no triple strike, nothing. So when you play this card, your opponent gets 2 of your opponent's battle card, ignoring barrier, and they get minus 15k until okay. The ability of Broly's leader does not allow him to minus to ignore barrier, right? So this part doesn't really matter unless there is something on the board that is 15k that you could ignore barrier from. The reason why is this, because you could just tap for 2 energy when you're comboing, play this guy out, minus 15k, so maybe you already do it after image, so minus 10k. Red and green, so that's really a lot of battle cards, a lot of cards from your hands, right? So you do a red and green combo, or you play this card which is both red and green in your combo, and then you tap 2 energy, play this card out, and minus another 15k. Then so that is a minus 25k. So if that is the case, if it falls under 10k, then you drop a card from your hand and KO that card. And most of the time when you're doing this, it's when you're going aggro. So your opponent who's going for the game has to think whether does he wants to do that. Because if he wants to do that, there's a chance that he combos and combos and combos, and then you just KO that card. Yep. So I'm not too sure. We need to see how it plays. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. Arrival, red and green, just for 1. Energy exhaust, because it's double color. Only 1 can be played in your battle area, and this has to be in your drop area. So we really have to take a look at what this card does, right? So when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card and gets minus 10k until the end of your opponent's turn. So you're most probably not going to play it for 4 energy. You're going to do it with the arrival. That means that you have a red and green battle cards. Then you tap 1. Then you play it. So when you're comboing, this is the combo step, activate battle. So you play it when you activate battle. So green through, tap 1 red, comes out minus 10k from your opponent's battle card, or minus 15k from your opponent's battle card. Yeah. When your opponent combos, you may choose 1 card from your hands and place it in your drop area. If you do so, choose 1 of your opponent's card in your opponent's combo area, place it in its owner's drop area, negate the skill for the duration of 10. Similar, however, this has a cost, you may choose 1 card. So I'm not too sure what is the hand size advantage when it comes to Broly. It seems that, comboing, you still put it into drop area, right? So I'm not too sure how powerful it is. We really have to see. So let's go to the last page. Whoa, this card looks great. I always like the base form Broly because I think the base form Broly looks pretty good. So for 2 energy exhaust. Okay, if there is a card that's both both red and green in your energy area other than this card, negate this card's energy exhaust skill in all area. Wow. This is great. When you play this card, choose 1 card from it. Okay, this card is very good. Okay, so he can both function as red and green. He is a 1k though because of arrival. The reason is, you just want to cheat out by putting 1 card that is both red and green, so they make you pay that 1. So he is, I think, the lowest cost battle card that costs 10k for 1, right? So that's it. A pretty good card. So that's all. What are... okay, am I missing something here? Because what about the extra cards? Familiar Bond. So this card gains desire in all areas. If your leader is red, choose up to 1 red Saiyan from your drop area. So he is a 2 cost and a desire card. Choose up to 1 red Saiyan in drop area with energy 3 or less and 50k or more and play it. If you play a card, choose up to 2 Dragon Ball from your deck and add them into your hands and shuffle your deck. Wow, this card is pretty good for my Pilaf deck. I think there's only 1 red wish leader right now, which is Pilaf, right? However, when it comes to the red, so you could activate this, and then for 2 energy, then you have to choose 2 Dragon Ball and add them to your hands. Then you play them, then it's a draw 2. So it's basically a draw 2, and then you get a red Saiyan from your drop area with energy 3 or less and 50k and play it. A red Saiyan, which is an Earthling, adolescent, is BCC Son Gohan. So you get to draw 1 card when he swings or gets a double strike, and then, wow, this is a pretty good card. I'm surprised. Now let's take a look at the Dormant Legend. Okay, it's a field card. Not gonna play it for 2 because your Broly leader will activate this guy. So you can't place card under this card except with this card skill. Okay, when a card in your life is added into your hand or place it in the drop area, place this card. Place the top card of your deck under this card. So if there are 3 or more cards, place cards under this card. Place this card in the drop area. Choose up to 1 red Broly with energy 4 from your deck. Play it, then shuffle your deck. Okay. Okay. Denial of Hope. If your leader, denial of hope. Yeah. If your leader is red, if the battle card your opponent playing has to play, it is placed. Oh my god, this is good. This is so good. Counterplay, right? So it counters. It counterplays. So let me check. So a lot of things that people are playing right now is 20k or less, especially. So this is like preemptive strike. So the counter window is when they play it before their barrier even get into effect, right? You counterplay them. So you play it, and then the card drops. It's put into the drop area. You know why this is good? People try to chain attack, you counterplay, then it's finished. People try to Xeno you, counterplay, it's finished. It's good. This card is so good. Let's see the Final Guardian. Counter attack if your leader. Okay, this is the negate. Negate the attack, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card and it gets plus. Choose up to 1 of your battle card, it gets 5k for the duration of turn. Permanent. If this card is in your drop area, you can activate it by paying it energy cost and removing it and 1 red card from your hand. So if it's in your drop area, you could just, it's a little bit like Force of Will, right? So it really destroys you, but if you play it correctly, it is a game winning play. So you pay the energy cost, which is 1. You remove this card from the game and 1 card from your hands. When you activate this card, you can't activate Final Guardian for the duration of the turn. That means you cannot negate it 2 times. So I would say that this would be maybe 2 off in a game. So you can have it in your drop area, and in case of emergency, like oh my god, your opponent swing and he thought that he is gonna go for the game, tap 1, remove it, and then you negate it. This is such a good negate over here. Damn, I love that card. Double Sunday, we will take a look at the green cards. Let's see if there's any green card that looks like... No. So this we will take a look at this in the Saiyan Saga video. Alright, so this is the end of the video. Thanks for listening. If you have any comments and have any discussion that you want to engage with me, write it down in the comment section. I always reply in the comment section, and if not, see each other in the next video. Alright, ciao guys.